It is safe to say that Afcon 2023 Ivory Coast has been a tournament of underdogs, has been a tournament of minnows. Safe to call it a GOAT tournament. Patrice Motsepe did not lie a little bit when he said this will be one of the best tournaments we've ever seen in African Cup of Nations. Yes, I do go by the name of Afcon Football, where I discuss anything to do with soccer from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. Where do I even start? Last 16 matches were incredible. Of those 8 matches, only 2 went as far as the penalties. Now, I think I am not proud if I say Egypt went into the last 16 through the eye of a needle. And yes, they were booted out by the Leopards of DRC. Again, someone else who took the opportunity of being in the last 16, although they also went into it to the eye of a needle, were the Elephants. And they are also humbled the Teranga Lions, who were clear favorites as coming into this tournament as the defending champions. They were humbled by the Elephants of Ivory Coast. The fact that Ivory Coast went into the last 16 through Morocco helping them by beating Chipolo Polo of Zambia didn't actually mean anything, and they used the opportunity of being in the last 16, and they are now through to the last 8. Now the other 6 matches, the Angolans were incredible. They made a mockery of the Warriors of Namibia. You know, there was no competition there. An incredible team, a 3-0 win for the Angolans. And 2 nations who are neighbors, Mali, Burkina Faso, Mali winning that one 2-1, and we had Mauritania, who were in the knockout stages for the very first time in their history, being led by a coach who also made a history with the previous nation of Comoros, or the island of Comoros. He also took the Mauritanians to the last 16. They were happy to be there, only to be stopped by a nation called an island nation called Cape Verde, the Sharks. They played well. We also had the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles had a snack. That snack was called the Indomitable Lions dry meat. They did not see them at all. Indomitable Lions were no competition for the very physical side of Nigeria. Now, the most shocking result in the last 16 round came via Bafana Bafana versus clear favorites, the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Bafana Bafana did the unthinkable, beating these big guns 2-0. Now, it's also important to make mention of the fact that the Afcon 2021, the sides that were in the top 8 going to the quarterfinals, none of them have made it to the quarterfinals of Afcon 2023 Ivory Coast. Dr. Patrice Motsepe did actually make mention of the fact that this year's edition of Afcon will be the best we've ever seen. It is a GOAT tournament, the greatest of all time of Afcons, and on field and off field, it's been smooth, it's been incredible, it's been competitive, it's been unpredictable. It's just, you can't predict any match in this year's tournament. Now I have to, I mean, I'm South African, and I have to break down how Bafana Bafana upset the Atlas Lions. The history between these two nations actually favored South Africa more. And coming into this game, the Moroccan coach did make mention of the fact that it is an advantage for Hugo Broos and South Africa for having a lot of Mamelodi Sundowns players in his starting 11. You can just tell the chemistry between the Mamelodi Sundowns players. And yesterday's results, another one, a pass from Mokoena to Zwane. Zwane he laid it for Evidence Mokgopa, who was, I can say, under pressure from the social media folks, because he was not scoring, although his silent or quiet work was evident. He would trouble all the center backs of the opposition, although he had not really had a very, very, very clear opportunity. And yesterday he put away a goal, and I actually didn't even celebrate the goal, because with the naked eye it actually looked offside. So I was like, I think this goal might probably be overturned by VAR. And to my surprise, and to all of us, it was a very, 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 very close one. It actually favored the South Africans, and the goal stood. Evidence Mokgopa's first goal in this tournament. The boy has done well. 23-year-old, and no one even gave him a chance to be in the squad. I mean, there were other players that were probably clear runners to play that number 9 role, because Hugo Broos plays more of a 4-2-3-1 system, a big man up top. Lyle Foster, because of his condition and his mental situation, he put himself out of selection, and we don't have a lot of number 9s, and it was Lipasa, it was Reyners, and it was Evidence Mokgopa. And Mokgopa has showed all South Africans why he deserves to be in the starting 11. Not just the squad, but to be in the starting 11. I actually don't even want to be negative with this starting 11 or Bafana Bafana squad. I really want to mention all the players and really salute all of them. They made South Africans proud. It was predictable how the Atlas Lions of Morocco played. They were relying more on width, whipping in those crosses. And the back four, call it the back five of Bafana Bafana, consisting of Ronza, that is Williams, the goalkeeper, right back Sailor, Kuliso Mdau, right center back Grant Kekan Khumulimo, left center back Mutiba Bavale, Dragon Mvala, and then Postman Mudiba. They did extremely well, although Postman was under severe pressure in the first half. But that back five was incredible. They really deserve respect and more credit. The first half, I would say, it belonged to the Moroccans, although there was not really a very clear-cut chance. There was maybe the best chance for Bafana Bafana came via Tebogo Mokoena, who tested the goalkeeper, and an awkward bounce just before it reached the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was able to save it, and that was the best chance for Bafana Bafana in that very first half. So second half, I think the more it stood at 0-0, the more it actually looked like it was favoring Bafana Bafana. South Africa's 11, that consists mostly of Mamelodi Sundowns players, are used to playing in Africa. And then you have a player like a Pesitao, who also plays for Al Ahly Africa. And there's only been one player who is, what's this guy's name? Yaya Sitole, who plays in Portugal. So these guys are used to these environment, the humidity. So when the second half started, it was a complete different approach from both teams. The Moroccans wanted a goal. Bafana Bafana also wanted a goal, but it was almost like they were taking each other on. And when that goal came, it was honestly a relief for Hugo Broos, Bafana Bafana. I must continue also mentioning who was playing in the midfield. Another double pivot of Yaya Stole, together with Tebogo Tebza Mokoena, the Bethlehem-born player. And then you had Pesitao, you had Mshishi, and you had Tapelo Morena. And the target man was Evidence Mokgopa. I mean, everyone yesterday put in a shift. We expect a Pesitao to take on players, to dribble players. I mean, he didn't do a lot of those, except to say that yesterday he will put in a shift by assisting Postman Mudiba, who was under severe pressure in the first half. Although it's going to be tricky how Hugo Broos approaches that semi-final against the Sharks of Cape Verde, and it's also becoming predictable how Hugo Broos is approaching each match. It's almost like we all know his first substitution, whether he performs well or not. His first substitution will always be Themba Mshishizwane, and I think that approach and that mentality should change. Yesterday, Pesitao, at some point, it was clear that he must be subbed, because there are decent players that will come from the bench, and all the players that came from the bench, they contributed. Tabang Munare replaced Stole, Yaya, Masego replaced, I think, Mshishi, I forgot who else. Oh, Zakeri Lipasa replaced Mukhupa. A great shift from the boys made the nation proud. We were mocked by a lot of people, by a lot of journalists, especially from Nigeria, that South Africa is only in this competition as an excursion. We're just there to visit beautiful historical sites in Abidjan, in Ivory Coast, but we are proving a lot of them wrong. But those who are honest and who are following CAF Champions League, they know how strong mentally, how technically gifted most of Mamelodi Sundowns players are, and going to the last 8, it's anyone's game, literally anyone's game. So Bafana Bafana, the only team standing on their way to the semi-finals is Cape Verde, and Cape Verde, I think a game between Cape Verde and Bafana Bafana will be more open, not like the Moroccans who play more typical, English, relying on width, whipping in crosses. And I must say, my man of the match, yes, I know it was given to Tebogo Mokoena, who was brilliant, box to box, having that V8 engine running up and down. But my man of the match, by far, I would have given to Mutobi Mvala, but maybe he lost some points on that man of the match award because he was the one who conceded that penalty that eventually Hakim missed, and it was a beautiful game. So Cape Verde stands between Bafana Bafana reaching the semi-final, and whoever wins between Angola and the Super Eagles will be matched against Bafana Bafana in the semi-finals. I think the other quarterfinals will be between Ivory Coast. Who are they playing? Ivory Coast is Mali is playing. Okay, I forgot who are they matched with. I think Ivory Coast is playing Guinea, and then what's the other team now? Okay, anyway, but it is what it is. It's been incredible. It's exciting. I just can't wait to witness the quarterfinals of the 34th edition of Afcon. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, do engage in the comments below. I am here for you. I am not correct on everything. It's my opinion, it's my views. Yes, I'm born and sin, subject to correction. Let me hear from you. From the 8 teams that are left, who's your favorite? Who's going to go all the way? Is Ivory Coast, the Elephants, going to have that home advantage? The Super Eagles, what about them? Do you think they are the clear favorites now that these big guns, I mean the top 5 is not there anymore? Number 1 ranked nation, Morocco is not there. Senegal, the defending champions, have been booted out by the Elephants. And then you have Tunisia, who didn't even make it to the last 16. Egypt, it didn't make it. And So you have teams that have really struggled. The top 5 ranked nation in CAF are not there, but Bafana Bafana are there. Funny that of all the teams in the last 8, we are the only ones that are nicknamed are not nicknamed after an animal. Everyone there is nicknamed after an animal. DRC are the leopards. We have and all the ones that are nicknamed after the lions, they are all gone. The indomitable lions were snagged by the eagles, super eagles. We had the Atlas Lions that were beaten by the boys, the literal meaning of Bafana Bafana in South Africa. And then you have the Teranga Lions who lost it all on penalties against the elephants. Funny that the nation that are called boys have made it to the last 8 of the flagship tournament of African football. I'm excited, man. You can tell I'm excited about this tournament because it's unpredictable, it's competitive, it's you cannot watch any match. What have you been waiting for if you have not watched any of the matches? Thank you so much, and may my God bless you all.